Hi guys, so today's video is going to be a vlog. I know it's been quite some time since I've vlogged, but I want to get back into it a little bit since I do have a lot more stuff going on than just nails. I have 3 major appointments this week, so I thought that this would be a good time to sort of just like talk about, get some stuff off my chest that I've been going through recently, and also just some other fun things that I know that you guys would probably want to see. The appointment that I'm getting ready for right now is actually for laser tattoo removal, and I have decided to get all of my tattoos removed. I don't have a ton. I have 7 pretty small tattoos. I do have a video from probably a couple years back about all of them that I have, but I've actually been thinking about this for quite a while. I basically just want those memories and that time in my life to be put to the past. Only 2 out of 7 of the tattoos that I have were professionally done, so you can probably imagine the quality of the other ones. I'll just show you one right now as an example. I have this one, and you can probably see it's not done well. It was done as like a Friday the 13th tattoo when I was 15 or 16 in someone's apartment. And I would like to be able to have my hair up without that showing because it just looks like a weird black blob. I'll show you guys the other ones right now too. All right, I have these, which aren't badly done, but I'm not really super attached to them. It is pretty odd for like Panic at the Disco. I have this Leo sign, which I actually did myself as a stick and poke when I was probably 13 or 14. I have this like tiny little stick and poke X, and then these are probably the worst. I have these hearts on the back of my ankles, and you can probably tell they're just really badly done. I have it on both ankles, but that's pretty much what they look like. They were filled in with a line needle. I'm not really good at time management, as we know, so I'm just gonna get ready, pick out an outfit and talk while I do that. I think I'm gonna wear these today. These are the Ari crossover flare. Uh-oh. David! Dog just threw up. Hold on. And then I'm gonna wear this Kuromi like band looking t-shirt. You're okay.
It's okay, you're complete. I'm just trying to get this area a bit.
Okay, he's fine. I think he ate too many leaves outside. That's it. I'm gonna try to put on some eyebrows really quick. Okay, I have to leave in 5 minutes, but I haven't really talked about much of like what, I guess some times from when I was younger, just because I don't like to dwell on stuff like that. But the heart tattoos are mainly the reason I started looking into the laser tattoo removal. They were done, I think I was 15, by someone I was seeing at the time, kind of, you know how it goes. I think they were like 26. You can fill in the blanks. But aside from that issue with that, I like can't do eyebrows and talk at the same time. A year or 2 ago, I was really surprised to see this person in another YouTuber's video, and they were a pretty popular YouTuber. And I was like, oh, that's just so weird. And then, trying to be vague, she came out and basically had exposed about how he was abusing her and stuff like that. And having those tattoos on my body from this person, just, it's really bothered me. It was bothering me before that, and then I saw that and I was just like, I like don't want them. Not like that they look great at all, but they really started to bother me after that. So I was like, I'll look into it. It's not cheap for the laser, but it's not as bad as I thought it was gonna be, because I thought it was gonna be like thousands and thousands of dollars, and it probably is if you have like really big tattoos. But I was quoted by the place I'm going to, which I think looks like a really good place, for $200 a session, and he said I'll probably need like 4 sessions, and that's over the course of almost a year. So that is something that I am willing to do, so we're doing that today. So this is my quick makeup. I found I look more put together if I at least just put powder on my face, because I think if my face looks like shiny, it almost looks greasy sometimes, and just putting away that shine with like a tiny bit of a skin tone powder helps a ton. I'm honestly not really scared for the laser. I know it hurts, what I've been told anyway. I have a pretty high pain tolerance too, so there we go. Look a little bit not as crazy. So here's the fit. Quick, cute, I think. I love these leggings. Okay, we're here. I don't know if I'll vlog. I usually don't like to unless I've like really discussed it with the people before, but we'll see. If not, I will let you guys know how it goes afterwards, how, if it's painful or what. Okay, bye. I'm done. That was so quick. Okay. So I'm actually gonna talk about it when I get home. That way I can actually show you guys. Decided to take myself on a little shopping trip now as a reward at Target. This caught my eye immediately. Look how cute. Oh my gosh, this is so cute too. Just went to my P.O. box, so I got a couple letters. I think these are all amiibo card trades for Animal Crossing. This one is empty. Nice. Oh, that's really cute. Oh, such pretty packaging. And then, yep, more amiibos. Okay, hello. Let's talk about the laser tattoo removal. I needed a minute to sort of think about it because I was really tired afterwards. I really was not nervous. I was ready to do this like just a quick errand, like get in, get it done, get out, and go do some other stuff. But afterwards, I was kind of like, I went to Target and then I went home and I ordered some food. It doesn't really hurt now. Did it hurt? Yes, it hurts. The closest thing that my sister-in-law said, because I couldn't really place exactly how it felt, what she said is it feels like getting splattered with hot bacon grease, which that is exactly how it feels. Feels like you're just like, you know, obviously it's purposeful and like in a certain line, you know, along the tattoo, but it feels just like getting splat, like hot bacon grease, just that whole way. Although they do have a little hose that blows like ice cold air that does help. Now, when I went in and I actually talked to the person doing it, they usually like to start at the highest level that you can go, because what they told me, I'm just relaying this information, the higher level you can go on the laser, the quicker it's gonna fade, the less sessions you'll need. And the only thing with it is it's really gonna hurt more. I asked, the higher the laser, will that make it scar? Does that give it a better chance of scarring or burning? I don't know. And they said no. They said basically just what happens is the worst part about going higher with the laser was that it just hurts more, and it did hurt. I did the highest level the whole time because I'm just that person. But obviously you guys saw my tattoos and they're not really big. And I would say each, you know, little tattoo went anywhere from like 5 to 15, maybe 20 seconds. So while it did hurt a lot, I was able to handle it. If you had a bigger portion, I would imagine that you would do lower on the laser. I definitely would, because that's much longer and a lot bigger of a surface area. I'm going to show you guys how they looked right after, like, I walked out. They had this like almost like burnt looking layer on them, but they ended up going to almost like the original color afterwards. And then over the course of the evening, I feel like they faded a little bit, and surprisingly, they actually do not hurt that much. I would say overall for like lasting pain, I was kind of getting like weird shivers. Have you ever gotten like scratched with something, or like scratched by a cat and you get like goosebumps and like a shiver runs down your body? I've been getting that over the course of the night, but other than that, there hasn't been, they don't feel like, if I touch them, I'm not like, it doesn't really hurt. It does not feel like a burn at all. The areas feel a little hard and they were definitely swollen, but I feel like it's actually gotten better throughout the night. I was really shocked at how quickly it went. He took the before pictures on my phone at like 12:32, I think. And then when I was actually leaving, I had paid, scheduled my next appointment, and was getting in my car. It was 12:41. So it was so quick. I'm actually really happy with it. And apparently they're supposed to fade over the course of the next 2 months about. So it's gonna really be a gradual over time thing. This will be a vlog that I'll keep going for another couple days. So I will show you guys the tattoos each day to see if they look any different, if anything happens with them. Overall, would do again. If you do not have a high pain tolerance, you probably don't have that many tattoos. Just kidding, I don't know your life. In my opinion, it does hurt more than getting the actual tattoo. So if you have any other questions that I don't answer in this vlog, leave them down below. I will get back to you. Overall, for the rest of the night, I'm pretty much just going to pick up my house. It's a little bit of a mess. I've been really busy these past couple days. And then tomorrow, I feel like I'm like beating around the bush with myself talking about it. Tomorrow I have a doctor's appointment that I'm a little nervous about, but I will catch you guys up on that tomorrow when it is time to go to that, because that'll just be easier for me to talk about. So let's do a little bit of cleaning, I guess. good morning to me. I just got up extra early so I can try to put up a video today before I have my doctor's appointment. I just made myself some avocado toast with some little bit overdone Morningstar bacon. I managed to get my video up, so I'm really happy about that. I'm gonna take a really quick shower and then we will chit chat a little bit while I get ready and go to my doctor's appointment. Just gonna do some leggings today and this shirt, which I will crop really quick. So I have been under an extreme amount of stress in the past couple months, and I think my body has started reacting physically to all of the stress. I just can't handle it. About a month and a half ago, and this wasn't, I mean, it probably ended up being a panic attack, but it definitely didn't start like that, I don't think. But I actually truly thought I was having a heart attack because my family has a history of high blood pressure, and I have high blood pressure, like at 24 years old. That was a big reason I did want to lose weight, because I was having really high blood pressure. And my grandmother had a stroke really early on in life, and she also died of a stroke a year and a half ago about. I thought I was having a heart attack because I felt like my arm was starting to feel weird and my heart just like wasn't beating right. I ended up taking some aspirin and it went away after a while, but that was really scary. And then the stress hasn't really stopped. So I woke up with the worst pain I had ever experienced in my entire life. And like I was telling you guys with the tattoos, I have an extremely high pain tolerance. I've broken my hand before when I was younger, and I didn't think I needed to go to the hospital. My dad ended up making me go because it was like swelling, and I was like, I'm fine, it doesn't even hurt. I can just handle pain very well. But this was the worst pain I'd ever experienced in my entire life. I woke up and I was just in so much pain, like in my pelvis area, and it was so bad. I was trying to get David's attention to have him get me some ibuprofen or some Advil or something, and I was trying to move and like talk, but I could not talk. I don't even know how to describe it unless you've felt it. And because I generally just deal with whatever, eventually after like poking David a bunch, he woke up and was able to give me some, and I, over the course of like an hour, made it maybe like 8 feet from my bed to in my bathroom, and I ended up laying on the floor bleeding a lot for quite some time. I don't know, I wasn't keeping track, and it was just, I literally thought I was going to die, and I actually considered going to the emergency room. I have never gone for any physical injury, so I actually considered even just calling an ambulance, and I've never done that in my entire life, so that was really scary. I don't remember how many hours it lasted. I ended up just laying in the shower in like excruciating pain for an hour or two, and then after that I was still cramping, but it wasn't as bad, so I kind of just, you know, rode out the rest of my period, and I had too much stuff to do, so I just didn't go to the doctor. I probably should have, but I didn't. However, since then I've still had some cramping, and even some kind of bad cramping. Nothing like that first time, but it's still just been sort of like cramping even though I'm not on my period anymore. And I also felt just like sick for a week or two after, and not sick like coughing or headache or anything like that, just my body just didn't feel right, and there's nothing I can pinpoint to what was making me feel sick. I just didn't feel good. So that's basically why I went to the doctor today. I knew going in today that there's nothing really they can do for an ovarian cyst. Unfortunately, when I posted something about it on my story, so many people told me that basically unless you need urgent attention, you can go and they may give you something in the ER if they think that's appropriate, but other than that you kind of just have to wait it out. But since I have had cramping since then, I decided I wanted to go get checked out today. My doctor has decided to send me for an ultrasound next week to see if whatever happened subsided, or if there is another one, or if it was a different kind of something going on. So now I guess I just have to wait for that. And I'm just gonna say this, I'm gonna say it once, this has nothing to do with pregnancy, so please don't. I'm really trying to work on resolving some of the stuff in my life that's been making me so stressed. I'm gonna go now because I'm at my limit of keeping it together for the day. But I will check in with you guys in a little bit. David and I have to go handle some family stuff, and then tomorrow I'm gonna go get my hair done, so I'm really excited. Look at these roots. And finally getting to dinner at like 8. Mushrooms, ravioli, and bread all done. Sanrio bowls always. I figured I would do a tattoo update before I go to bed. I have to get up early for my hair appointment because I have to drive 2 hours. I had David take a picture of behind my ear and it is so swollen, but it's pretty faded. This one, I feel like it's gonna take way more than 4 sessions because this was a stick and poke twice and then gone over when I got these. So that one has been packed in there. But this one is pretty faded. That one's in there a little bit more. And then these ones look pretty bad. Like, oof. They actually haven't really hurt much. They did feel a little warm when I took a shower because I had the water really hot. And then other than that, they're kind of itchy. Other than that, no major pain or anything like that still, so I'm really happy with that still. In case I don't do a good before tomorrow, here's my hair. I'm thinking I'm just gonna get pretty much the same thing except the roots redone and a bunch of tinsel. I got a bunch of tinsel for it, which I'm really excited about. Okay, good night. Dog cam, Mr. Boo Boo. Mr. Appa. Persephone. Miss Zoe. Hi, sweet baby. Good morning. I'm getting ready to go. I think I'm just gonna do my eyebrows today, but I'm trying to get any hairs that have grown in really quick. I made it. So let's get this mess taken care of. If you guys have seen me get my hair done by Ariel before, she actually got a new salon. So this is gonna be my first time seeing it. So here is her new little space. It's very cute. I love how colorful this looks. All the products all lined up. So I'm mainly gonna do time lapses today. Here's Ariel, but we're gonna take out my extensions and then make everything more blonde, just touch up these roots on my head. Freshen it up. Resew them in, put some tinsel in. So here's my hair without the extensions now. It's actually gotten, I think it has gotten longer because it's like down to here now. And it used to be like, I think up to like.
I mean, your roots are like a good inch and a half.
Yeah. So now I have the bleach in my hair and we're just gonna wait for a bit and I'll see what she does to my extensions because they look a little crazy. These are my extensions, obviously very questionable color and she's mixing up
CPR.
CPR. Hopefully she's gonna get these white.
And then refreshing those dark.
And then refreshing, yeah, because I wanted those. My hair, actual hair has stayed pretty dark and so I wanted those to be a little bit darker. Update, we might have a crisis. Extensions don't want to go blonde, so we might do mint green.
We trying, but it says no.
Uh-oh. Well, we were gonna do blonde, but I don't know. We'll see if those...
We'll see what happens.
Yeah. Okay, I look kind of crazy. I'm gonna grab some food from Whole Foods because it's like in her center where her place is, and she's gonna go get some green dye. I think we decided instead of doing a mint, we're gonna do like a green. Definitely, absolutely was not planning on a green, but it's fine. This isn't something that normally happens, by the way. Having to change the color like this so crazy isn't normal for something like this. She wouldn't normally bleach someone's extensions because this is a possibility, but she knows I won't get upset if something like this happens. So, this is a nice Whole Foods. I'm also a little lost. Okay, I got a sandwich and I got some pasta and then a Whole Foods soda because I'm crazy and I have to have soda when I eat or I can't eat. So we're gonna dip she's gonna do the extensions by dipping them because they look
so much better.
yeah, that's
It's like almost perfect already.
It is, yeah. Okay, please film this gray hair.
Hold on.
Okay, so we've done extensions now, and now we're gonna do the tinsel. We're gonna just do green, I think. Okay, I'm actually just getting home. My phone had died when I was at the salon. So let's just get David's reaction, and then I'll show you guys how it looks. I know, hi. Hi, Bea. Okay, I know. Yeah, you can look.
Oh my god, I love it! Oh wow, that looks really good! Oh wow, I was not expecting that. I love the tinsel in this. Perfect, I love it. Oh my god, you look amazing.
So when you have extensions, it's best to braid them at night, like braid your hair, because that's just the way to minimize damage. Oh, and I like to match my scrunchies to outfit or hair.
I ordered Emily scrunchies for blonde hair.
Hi, Zoe.
Well, I saw the scrunchie that you have, or that the ones that you've been using are a little like torn up.
They are.
And do you remember a couple of days ago when I was like, "You're still going blonde, right?" And you're like, "Yeah, of course I am." That's why I asked.
Oh. So here's the hair. Look at it's all sparkly with the tinsel. I feel like Shiko from Kim Possible. So last night we got a tornado. All of our stuff is fine, and our family that lives here is also fine. Only damage was a couple small ones on our trees. On my neighbor's tree, a big branch fell and it was like this close to hitting their car. Zoe is really, really, really scared of storms, so we were up on and off for basically most of the night. So I'm pretty tired. David and I are going to go to his tattoo artist's birthday dinner. And I'm gonna be honest, I'm a little nervous. I'm having a day. In general, I'm a little anxious about going just because we don't go out very much, and we especially don't really get invited to stuff like this very often. To make matters worse, I started my period today, and normally not a problem, right? But it's only been 24 days, and that's like a really, really short amount of time. The past few months that I've been like really stressed, it's been really erratic. And the last time was when the cyst ruptured, so I was not prepared to get that today. And now I feel like any little cramping is gonna get like extremely bad. Like I just am really scared. Like my brain knows that's probably not the case, but my heart won't listen. My eyebrows are not cooperating today, which you know how that is. Like, of course, on a day where it's like important, the eyebrows don't cooperate. Also, I wanted to talk a little bit while I do this. I think I finally figured out simple terms to kind of explain what has been majorly going on in David's and I's life recently. I know we don't have to explain to anyone or talk about it or anything like that, but I want to because it's something like major in my life that I've been, you know, handling, and it's been kind of hard to like purposefully not talk about it, you know what I mean? And a lot of stuff branches off from it. So I have wanted to talk about it, but I haven't found the words. And like I had explained this a little bit more in a chit chat and nails video, but I think I went into way too much detail about everything in my life and past and stuff like that. And I have to remember and protect myself, remember that not everyone here is my friend, or not everyone here wants the best for me. And I just have to protect myself. So obviously, I'm not trying to tell anyone else's business. So I'm just gonna call this person, you know what, we'll call them A. I know, it's like a Pretty Little Liars thing. So A is a family member on David's side, and I'm not gonna say the relationship, but this was a very close family member. David and A had been estranged for, I wanna say like 7 years. So basically most of the time I've been with David, because me and David have been together, I think almost 9. And David cut off his relationship with this person because they made it very, very clear that they would choose anyone else over him. and they did. David's whole life, this person has not been great. Lots of trauma in the past, from when he was younger. So a couple years ago, this person gets sick, and someone in David's family, asked David if he would, reach out and see if maybe that can help. So David does, and they talk a little bit. At that point, there was really nothing we could help with. Like, there was really nothing we could do. So basically, this person decides to go back to the person that I guess did not help them when they were getting sick. 1 year ago, A's partner decides to break up with them and kick them out. I didn't really talk about it at the time, but what ended up happening was David and I essentially adopted my baby, Brew Brew, from them because they were no longer going to be able to have him because they had to go into assisted living, which basically means like it's kind of like a nursing home, and Brutus, my puppy, was not safe at their ex-partner's house. That's why David and I drove to Denver and got Brutus, and that's where we got Brutus from. I love him so much, and he's ours 100%. And when we picked up Brutus, we also helped A get all of their stuff out of their ex's house at that same time and moved all of their stuff into a storage unit and saw them for the first time in, I think, 8 years. At that point, David and A still did not have a good relationship. They were grateful that we were able to take Brutus and give him hopefully the best home that he could possibly have. And the relationship wasn't really that much better. Now we will fast forward to 3 months ago. David and I essentially, and I'm boiling this down into super simple terms, cutting out all the extra, David and I were told that they were in really, really bad health and that they were probably only going to make it another 6 months. And the assisted living facility that they were in honestly was really bad. Like, it was really dirty, they weren't getting taken care of. And around that time, another family member had also told David that this person had actually changed a lot and that they had apologized for a lot of the stuff in the past and that they had a lot of a new perspective. And I think that's kind of common, when people end up having to realize like what's really important in life and, like when people get, obviously devastating news. So the outcome of all of that basically boils down to David and I were given ultimately the decision if we wanted to leave in Denver at the place, or if we wanted to pay to bring them here and put them in a better facility to live out their days, or maybe see if they have a little bit longer in a better conditions. And that's a really hard decision to put onto someone who hasn't really been in your life. And I feel like this could probably sound so bad, this whole situation. I know some people are like, obviously you would immediately just do that, but obviously I'm leaving out all of the abuse and trauma and everything else that had happened to David by this person. So David does not owe this person anything. I left the decision up to David, and I think David was really upset because he was almost mourning the relationship that he wished he would have had with them and not necessarily the relationship or person that he did have with them. When he got that news, he sort of was like upset because he's like, oh my gosh, he's changed and now I'm gonna have like a really short-lived relationship with him, if that makes sense. So David decided he did want to help, so I supported him in that. And if you've ever gone through getting someone into a care facility, assisted living, nursing home, anything of the sort, you will know how difficult it is and expensive. It is quite literally one of the most expensive things we've ever paid for, ever. Aside from a house or car, probably the most money I've ever spent on anything. 1 month in one of those can easily cost almost $5,000. There aren't really, at least here in Nashville, any that are more affordable by far or anything. They are all within that range. And even getting someone in is a huge, long, hard process. It's a lot. Another family member and I ultimately ended up doing everything to get them transferred here. David and another family member flew to Denver one day in the morning, got this person, and when they got there, we had already found out that this person had lied about some of the stuff they were doing. When David was packing, he found some stuff that basically already showed that they weren't telling us the full truth about everything, and they all flew back on a like 9 p.m. flight. It was a lot to do in one day. Long story short, now that they're here, we feel a little misled on their condition. They definitely have many more years. They've also told us and told other people that we haven't done enough for them, that we aren't visiting enough, even though David, I, or another family member that also lives here in Nashville have been there almost every single week to either hang out or bring them things, and come to find out they haven't changed at all. Instead of helping David and I with the bills, they decided to start paying off their debt, which was a pretty big slap in the face. You know, being told I wasn't doing enough was another pretty hurtful thing. Between getting this person in a place, you know, like touring places, doing paperwork, calling, you know, Social Security, doing all of the work, which is way more than you would expect, way more. I was probably easily spending 20 to 30 hours every single week preparing, getting stuff ready, buying them stuff they need, calling people, filling out paperwork, driving to and from, and we did that for like 2 months. And basically what I said, they're fine. Me and David have felt very taken advantage of. This has been a huge emotional, and David is also very hurt that this person hasn't changed at all. And now that they are here, we have found out even more things that are almost unforgivable about this person. In my opinion, it's not something that I could ever forgive. So that's the situation, and now David and I can't believe that we've basically been killing ourselves over the past couple months to work more. David's probably working like 60 something hours a week, and then also doing all of that other stuff for them. And they asked us for more money like a day ago. Long story short, that is the situation. There is obviously so much I could say about it. If I wanted to explain the whole situation, it would probably take me like 5 or 6 hours to just explain it. So let's go do my hair really quick. Okay, we actually just got home. I was running late after I did my makeup and I even realized, here's David's outfit.
Hello.
This was mine. Just some baggy pants and some platforms. I just wanted to be casual, necklaces and cardigan because it's cold. Okay, hello, good morning. Today is the final day of the vlog. I am going to go to the mall and the Apple store because I want to trade in my old iPad and phone to get some gift cards to put towards a new laptop, because editing is really hard on computers and mine has slowed down a ton and it crashes all the time now, and it just ends up taking way longer than it needs to with a lot of troubleshooting. So I want to get a new one, and I figured I have these, so I should trade them in and just, you know, put it towards a new one. Here is my outfit today. I'm having trouble matching stuff to the hair because I wasn't really prepared for green, and so whenever I have a hair color, I tend to gravitate towards that color for clothes, and I don't really have that much green clothes. Like, this is the best I could come up with for like a more casual, comfortable outfit. I'm gonna switch out my purse really quick. This was the one I was using. This one is from AliExpress. I think it was like $3, and it's actually really good quality and it's really cute. And I'm gonna be switching to this one. This one is from Hot Topic, and this one is pretty cheap too. I think it was like 15 bucks, and it's a Loungefly one. I kind of just like keep everything loose in here. Chapstick, pocket knife, some tweezers so I can pull my card in and out for stuff that, you know, you have to really reach your fingers in for. Cards. I think I left my like hand sanitizer in my car that I usually carry in my bag, and that's really it. I don't really like to carry a lot of stuff or have a big bag. I was in and out because There was so many people at the mall and I was getting really anxious. Now I'm at Costco because I have to pick up some broth for the dogs. Of course, I didn't have the one thing I really needed, but I did get more of these. If you were a vegetarian and missed French onion soup, these are the absolute best. Then I had another Jeep next to me, so I figured I'd pass on this one. Bye, duck. Okay, I have a question for you guys. So you see this area right here. So I am currently planning out the little renovation to this area that me and David are gonna do in a couple weeks. I'm finally gonna have a pantry. I don't have a pantry because my kitchen is really small. I'm using this part right here as a pantry right now, and obviously that's not working out great. So we're gonna just try to put in some cabinets and a big pantry and stuff like that to have more storage over here. Do you guys want me to just put that in vlogs and stuff for this channel, or do you want me to make an entirely different channel for that kind of stuff? I don't know how many people want to see like this kind of stuff. We're also going to be completely redoing our bedroom. I have managed to convince David to do all kinds of renovation on the house. I love doing house like decorating and renovation and stuff, but I managed to convince him to do all kinds of stuff soon. So let me know if that's something you want to see on this channel at all or on a different channel. But this is actually where I'm going to leave you for this vlog. I'm going to leave you with some updates on the tattoos. We're on day 5. Okay, obviously they're a little swollen still because my socks are making indents, but here they are for this. This part right here is pretty light. Like, look at that fading already. I mean, this part fades a lot right here. I don't know why, just that little bit of a rougher area, but it's doing really well. It is raised. I wish there was a way you could see it, but I can definitely feel it's raised. This one, not fading well. Probably will be the toughest one to get rid of. Here is the hearts, splotchiness going on. Other heart. This little stick and poke. Looks actually pretty, like, less there. Okay, I'll say bye with a doggy cam. Appa says bye. Bye guys, please make sure to give this video a like if you want more vlogs, or if you enjoyed it, we appreciate it. Okay, bye!